Hello and welcome to a Star Citizen Alpha 3.2 quick start guide for the persistent universe, intended to give you a quick rundown of the state of Star Citizen now, how you can get involved, and the basics of what you can do in the verse, kind of allowing you to hit the ground running. It's intended for new players. Alpha 3.2 is the latest update to Star Citizen. Please bear in mind that the game now is a raw alpha of mechanics and features as they are getting implemented, just dropped into game, and it is intended for the purposes of giving feedback and helping develop the game and its individual elements through iteration and community feedback. Heavy balance and a refined finalized system for everything else will be coming much further down the line. As such, Star Citizen is only suitable for players who want to get involved with that type of open development at this stage anyway. Game packages. To play Star Citizen, you need a game package. They are $45 and come with a choice of 2 ships, an Aurora MR or a Mustang Alpha. You can upgrade your ship later if you so wish. However, the Mustang Alpha is my preference, but it's your starter ship, so you can choose whatever you like the look of most. The Mustang Alpha is worth $5 more if you upgrade it in the future, though. Everything else will be obtainable in-game in the future. Alpha 3.3 in September is planned to have ships purchasable with the in-game currency, Alpha UEC. You can rent ships with Rec in Arena Commander now even. Once you have installed and ran the game, click Universe. You'll be prompted to create an avatar. You can change this later though. Click Crusader. If you have any friends that are playing, basically people that are added to your contacts list, you can join them from here, or you can click Visit Location to enter the verse. You'll wake up in a small bedroom on Port Olisar. Press H to get out of your bed. Pressing H in general will allow you to leave any seat or station in the game. Pressing H is your friend. Walk to the door and interact with it by holding F down and left-clicking the lock to open it. When you hold F, you will see an orange highlight if you are close to an object that can be interacted with, such as airlocks, doors, consoles, terminals, seats, cockpits, lots of different things. Spawning a ship. Leave the hab area and make your way down the nearest set of stairs to the central terminal room. In Port Olisar, this is where you spawn a ship. There is a big selection of terminals to use. They all do the same thing in that central room. Interact with the console, holding F again, and then left-clicking. Select your ship that you want to spawn by clicking Retrieve on that ship. The terminal will tell you where to locate your ship. It will say it's on B pad 0 or whatever. You can follow the signs to get there, but make sure you remember where it is. It is also shown on your HUD, so please bear that in mind. If you lose your ship or it gets destroyed, you will need to click the claim button. You'll have to wait a few minutes or pay expedite fee of in-game currency to get that ship quicker. If you want to try and track a stolen or lost ship, you can click the track button. Once you're at your ship, you want to get into your ship. You may have to enter the cockpit seat separately depending on your ship, but enter through the door by holding F again, and then open the door, and then go up to the seat and use the seat. Alternatively, some ships you'll just literally go in straight through the cockpit. There'll be like a set of stairs or an interactable object near where the cockpit actually is. Now, you want to turn on your ship now. This can be a daunting process. Hold F and find the Flight Ready button on the dashboard and then left click it. Alternatively, you can set a key for this in Options, Keybinds, Flight, Cockpit, and basically at some point it is worth customizing your controls. Flight Ready mode, toggling it, is worth setting to a key, most certainly. Now, your ship's moving. You can control your throttle with W and S on the keyboard. You can toggle your landing gear by pressing N. Pressing Control will move you down. Space will move you up. A and D will strafe you. Q and E will roll you. If you just want to take off simply, just press space and you will take off. We'll go over landing quick while we're here as well. The Mobiglass allows you to interact with various apps that you'll need in the verse. Press F1 to toggle it on. Press backspace to go back to the main Mobiglass screen if you're in an app. Now, if you want to land on a station or major landing zone place such as Port Olisar, Grimhex, or Levski, you need to request landing permission, otherwise you will get a criminal rating. Select the Comlink button on the bottom left of the Mobiglass, then find the appropriate ATC, to air traffic control, or landing request for the area. This will assign you a landing zone when you clicked on it, which will show up on your HUD in green. make sure your landing gear is down by pressing N and fly over to it. You can hold N once you're over the area to auto land, or you can use control again to edge down. Your ship will go into storage at the station after a certain amount of time, but once you're landed on the pad, you're basically safe to leave your ship. There are various missions to do in the verse, which you can access from the contract manager on your Mobiglass. F1 to access your Mobiglass, and the bottom right icon is the contract manager. Just select a mission there and accept it. I recommend only accepting one at a time though, especially when you're just starting to learn the game. It will then appear as a marker on your star map and on your HUD. The star map. So the star icon at the bottom of the menu is used to plot long-range quantum jumps. You'll be able to use your mouse to move around, and mouse wheel in and out. It will take a little bit getting used to. Some things won't appear unless you're zoomed in close enough or you're near another astral body. Double click to zoom into a moon or station. Left click to select a destination, and then click on the set destination to mark the location on your map and get it ready for quantum travel. You may have to set a route that avoids objects that are in your way, or you might have to target the largest object next to something that you want to go to. So in the case of trying to go to a station, you'll have to go to the nearby moon first. I'd recommend you accept a mission and then see where that mission is and plot a course there, or just select Daymar, for example, to travel to on the star map. To travel to that location, exit the Mobiglass, and from the cockpit of your ship, press B. This will activate the quantum travel mode. You then want to align your cursor to the location that you want to travel to on your screen. This will calibrate your drive, counting to 100%. Press B once again to spool your drive, and then again it will count to 100% to spool it, and then hold B to initiate quantum travel. Interdiction. Be aware that you can be pulled out of quantum travel by pirates. You will have to either fight them off or request help via the service beacon combat assist, which you can find in the contract manager, the mission section again, of the Mobiglass. You can also request transportation if you get stuck or want to be taken elsewhere. Combat. Some missions or parts of the game may require you to engage in ship-to-ship combat. Targeting hostile ships and probes can be done by pressing Y. To select the closest enemy, press T. By default, your weapon groups will be left and right mouse button. There is a lot going on with combat, but just try to keep the pip on the target while you fire if you're new. Some areas close to the major landing zones, like Port Olisar, are armistice zones or white zones, where you cannot engage in combat. Some people may occasionally ram you though, the monsters. If you want to land on a moon, travel to one first, and then once you're nearby, you can press B without setting an additional destination on your Mobiglass. You will see local destinations that you can just calibrate and spool your drive to. This can also be local stations. Press B to spool your drive again after you've calibrated to the location that you want to go to, and this can be a specific outpost or a location on the actual moon, and then hold B again to quick travel to just above that location. You can do it to orbital markers as well, which are dotted around each moon. And then you can travel down to the surface quicker. Be sure to press N to deploy your landing gear when you're very near the surface, and try not to come straight down like a missile. Holding Shift will use Afterburner, allowing you to travel much quicker while moving in a straight line. It does burn Afterburner fuel though, so bear that in mind. You don't have an infinite amount of that. Use this to get to the surface quicker or escape enemies. Also, when outside on a moon or in space, you do have an oxygen gauge. You'll need to enter a ship or building to refill it at this stage. You can also get oxygen pens, but that's more advanced. Transport missions may require you to pick up a box and deliver it elsewhere. Just read the mission and follow the waypoints. They are normally detailed enough so that you don't get too lost. Some facilities on the moons will allow you to spawn snubcraft and ground vehicles. Left Alt and backspace will force kill you. This is very useful if you get stuck. Also, if you need to self-destruct your ship for some reason because of a bug, press backspace. That will initiate self-destruct. Shopping. There are various shops and facilities around the game with terminals where you can buy and sell items. You can go over to an item as well on a shelf and hold F to interact with it, and then left click on it, either buy or inspect. Inspecting will kind of look at the item in a bit more detail. Using the terminals, you can buy and sell cargo directly to a ship. FPS or ship equipment can be bought and equipped via the Vehicle Loadout Manager, the ship icon, and the Equipment Manager, the character icon on the Mobiglass. Go ahead and mess around with them. Equip different weapons and items that you buy onto your ship. If you've got a Mustang or an Aurora, it is worth upgrading to 4 weapons. So you start off with 2, you can chuck on another 2 size 1 weapons onto those ships. Shops and facilities have different inventories, and they are all part of a dynamic economy, which is heavily in flux and being tested at the moment. So expect things to change quite rapidly. But you can make money by cargo hauling and that sort of jazz as well. So what else can you do? Well, cargo running, as I mentioned. Various missions, mining in the Prospector. You can explore. There's quite a lot of outposts and stations out there. There's quite a huge range of missions, in fact, and service beacons are player-centric missions where they ask you to pick them up and deliver them somewhere, or they can ask you for combat assistance if they're running missions or if they get attacked. You can join a group from the main menu or in-game as well. F11 in-game will bring up your friends manager, and pressing right control will toggle the cursor interaction mode so you can actually click on it and type stuff on it. Or you can approach a player and hold F on them and invite them to party or your contacts list straight from there. Party members have the ability to open doors on your ship freely, and they can see each other marked on the HUD, so you don't lose each other very easily. If you die, you will respawn at the last major location you visited, Grimhex, Port Olisar, or Levski. If you want to log out and save your location elsewhere, you can if your ship has a bed. Go to it and interact with it, and then while you're laying down, hold F again and select log out. When you log back in, you should be where you left your ship and in your bed. If you're detected doing anything criminal, like attacking a lawful green player or NPC unprovoked, you will get a criminal rating, as will not following correct landing procedure will get you a criminal rating. You will see a little comm satellite symbol if you are in danger of being detected, I suppose. If that symbol's not there, then you can't really be done for any criminal activities. Some missions are accessed by being a criminal as well. There is a lot of interactivity that you can do with your ship and the verse too. Power allocation is now more implemented into the game. When in a cockpit seat, you can hold F to look around the cockpit and interact with various settings. You can interact with the multifunction displays, little screens as well, allowing you to move the power around to certain systems or even overclock them. You can go into multi-crew stations in other ships as well. You can go into turrets. You can go into remote turrets. You can go onto the screens and just do assistant activities to the pilot. Items and weapons can overheat, becoming disabled briefly, and also damage can cause issues with maneuverability for ships as well. Even now, there is a huge amount going on with the game. If you want to see all the specific changes in 3.2, please check out my 3.2 features and patch notes video. There are lots of different tutorials on the specifics of each mechanic from me or one of the other awesome content creators I know, like Noobifier, Bob Mitch, and more. I will leave links down below for each of them, because I'm sure there's lots of people that will want to learn a lot more after they've messed around in Star Citizen, or are looking for more of an advanced guide on specifics. I'll get some mining guides up and that sort of stuff as well as pro tips for cargo hauling and that sort of jazz too. Please tell me in the comments below if there's anything specific that you want to know about the game, specific guides or tutorials, and if you are signing up to Star Citizen for the first time, then please use the Get Star Citizen link that I've got in the description below. That will net you some in-game currency, which will be useful in the future. To celebrate the release of 3.2, myself and a multitude of other Star Citizen streamers are fundraising for Special Effect with a series of streams over the week until the 7th of July. There will be ship giveaways across the various streams too. Go to justgiving.com/fundraising/star-citizen-special effect to find out more and get involved. I'm also giving away a Saber Raven to a random commenter on one of my videos during that time too. Make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel and comment on any of my videos made this week to be in for a chance of winning, including this one. Also, Shadow stuff. Be sure to check out Shadow. It's a cloud-based alternative to getting or upgrading your gaming PC. It allows you to leverage the power of a GeForce 1080 at the moment and a powerful Windows 10 PC on almost any device, so long as your internet connection is good enough. It works with Star Citizen Alpha 3.2, and with 3.3 coming in September with object container streaming, it's only going to get better. Shadow is available in France, Germany, United States, United Kingdom, Belgium, Luxembourg, and Switzerland. If you do try it out, be sure to use the code BoredGamer to get a discount. Links to more info in the description below. A special thank you to my Patreons and all the people that watch my videos and all that sort of jazz. You guys are awesome. If you want to support the channel further, there's links below as well for Patreon donations and all that sort of jazz as well. You guys are amazing. You take care, and I'll see you in the verse.